Hey friends and followers, today I'm gonna be talking about my builds. None for Gord, but for Popple, Popple's a John Wick ass motherfucker. Like, you kill my dog, I'm gonna go crackhead mode on you. So, it's just my doggy. Iron Horse, he's a horse. Iron Horse is usually used kind of as slang for a train. He's unstoppable, and so, yeah. Hit me harder. This was like a pun on like harder daddy, hit me harder. It's just a simple tank build. Minotaur was like one of the first tanks I ever played, so this is a really old build. Witch Hunter. So this, as you can see just by looking at it, this is an all magic counter build. So we call it Witch Hunter, like you're hunting them witches, you're hunting them mages. Party pooper, you play DPS just to have fun, so I'm the party pooper. This one requires like kind of a bit of context. A himbo is a man, very good looking, very muscular, very, very kind-hearted, but dumb as dumber than a block of cocaine. I don't know. This one too also requires a story. Dink. Usually used to describe a man, but can be used for a couple. Stands for double income, no kids, because like, this is a daddy, man. He's dad and he's a daddy. Few men can pull it off. Twink is just a gay, effeminate man, usually thin and hairless and young. Dilf just stands for dad I'd like to fuck. This one, okay, I'm just gonna present you the picture and just let you kind of decide for yourself, like, Castlevania is just, as a DPS build, I nicked from a global player that I met in Classic, and it's just Castlevania with a pun. The Grandma, this is some elite-ass build. Fucking Athena Shield, man. The middle build, really synergizes well with Akai's passive, with his second skill. And this build, freaking, also really, really old, carried me through like elite and warrior rank and half of masters. I was pretty sure I got to like grandmasters before I solely like started focusing on side laners and tanks and supports. But man, this build, despite the fact that I'm a top Baksha player in my state, I don't have a build for him yet. This one, alright, so for Helcurt. Helcurt was one of my old characters. Like, I got him, Odette, and Nana, all kind of around the same time period, right? And I had only been playing for a few weeks. And this is a build that I took from, I did a lot of research, because I wanted to play Helcurt well, because I really liked it. And I just called it Jungle Boogie, because, like, I knew how to jungle, and when you're in, like, warrior rank, nobody jungles, right? Unless you know how to. So I called it Jungle Boogie. I thought it was just a silly little thing for a silly little cat that's got a cape on. This build is como se dice, bad. Like, fucking Wind of Nature, seriously. That's Wind Talker, sorry. This is like a marksman build that I think that Immortality? Bro, are you for real? I think I took it from like a Team Gosu player from like when they did like their all supports. Fucking all supports. Marksman Nana. Okay, so this one, let's address the top one first. This is a Shinmen Takizo build I highly recommend. His videos are especially for like Terizla and stuff, his ultra fast speed guides, pretty outdated since these characters have had a lot of updates since, but I remember his quote that like, he's like, what kind of Dark Souls boss doesn't have a second form, like referring to immortality, that you revive and it resets your passive, and it's just like, I thought it was hysterical. The second one is just, he's green eggs, he goes ham, egg, and cheese on bitches with his second skill. God, I love Terizla. I'm so glad his special skin is free. This one speaks for itself. Lil yeet, you are what you yeet. Okay, so middle one is just my general build. It's the one I always use. It's a really, really good build for Masha. Usually you won't pick, yeah, you don't really want Windtalker, because of her movements. She's already good enough without the movement speed and the attack. For the bottom one though, so the 78, you can see adding up all the lifesteal items. The 78 stands for the 78% of, I think, lifesteal that you can get just from equipment, not including Masha's passive. I did the math back then, but I don't think it works now because a lot of the items have been changed. Oh, okay, I forgot I named this one that. Okay, so this one, top one, Nighty Night, is like, she's gonna lay your ass out, she puts your ass to sleep. I use this a lot. I had a lot of trouble with Sylvana's mastery code, so I nicked this one from like from a Redditor, but crit Sylvana works really well. Magebian, she's a mage, she's a lesbian. Good for her. These bitches fucking gay. Good for them. Good for them. My fucking god. Okay, top one, pro? Question mark? This is a build I think this is one that I got from M1, from the nationals, internationals. I got it from somewhere, but this is a build that literally every, like, Claude doesn't have much wiggle room. Like, you might buy Queen's Wings, but yeah, this is the only build you want to use for Claude. The middle one, I mean, as you guys have seen for yourselves, I played a lot of Claude through Warrior and Elite rank. Yeah, and so I just called it Speeding Kills because it makes you fast as fuck. Boy, makes you attack fast as hell. He's a teenager, he loved to speed on the driveway, you know. Okay, so top one stands for North America Open Season Championship, and this was hosted by Assassin Dave on YouTube, and this was just like Canada, Mexico, United States, and this was, for me at least, the first instance where I saw a lot of mages being used as supports because hyper carry was super popular, and so this was the top build that they usually use. This is a great support build that I almost always use. The bottom one, Hot Boys. You know, we are all the Hot Boys with a Valier on the team. Someone needs to do a Me and the Boys with like all the fire characters. Anyway, this is just general support build. I don't think I even use it. And the middle one. Okay, so middle one was, this is not just Open Season American, American. This was like the M1 fucking EVOS Legends. This was the #1 global build. This is the build that their mid laner used to bring home the victory for EVOS Legends. And so I just took it and wanted to try it out. I don't think I've ever tried it. You don't really want to build Calamity Reaper for Valier. No build for Gattokachcha. Okay. I want to address the second one first. This was like a troll build. I'm just messing around. I've never really used it, but it's a pun. Thank you very much. It's just like, because it's a tank shredding build, it just says thank you very much. E-Boy. Everyone knows what an E-Boy is, right? Leomord, I'm not sure if he's he's like the unholy offspring of E-Boys and horse girls. Like, he's a horse Barbie, but goth. Middle one, support build. General, I like to build Faramis real tanky because his second skill gives him like 40 points of physical and magical defense. Spoopy Dude. Spoopy was like this fucked up spelling of spooky from those blocks you find at Target and shit. Oh, stealthy. Okay. What the fuck? Why does this build have 2 boots? You can tell this is an ancient build. Ancient build just by looking at it. Fucking roam item, seriously. Swift boots with rapid boots. Nuts. So yeah, this build, the focus was like, being as stealthy as possible. Like, just avoiding all team fights and taking down turrets. Bottom one, Lane Buster. So when I started with this build, I played a lot of Mia, and I made this build because back then, and we'll address it again with Carry, all marksmen did, we kind of returned to our roots, right? Marksmen were just bottom lane, strictly bottom lane. You went with a tank, maybe a support, maybe a fighter or something, and you just pushed lanes until 13 minutes, and that's when your damage came online. Then you could join team fights, right? CDR just stands for cooldown reduction. I don't really play Franco. Oh, the good guy. Okay, so this one's just like Sicilian, be drinking that respect women juice. Blood? Well, not all vampires suck blood, you know? Some suck, dick. Okay, this one's got a lot of lore behind it, right? Bear with me here. Feral woman, she does it, she is. So I have like 30 matches with Irithel. 17% win rate. I'm so fucking bad with her. She's awful. She's a horrible marksman. And so it was originally called Salt, because I was salty about losing so much. Queen Freya. Now, I made this build like the second time she was revamped. Oops, okay, we're gone. Okay, so she's just a queen. I loved her so much, so she was Queen Freya in my eyes. Prongzi. I lifted this one from like an article saying this was the best build for Odette, but then I soon made my own. And this build was also really old. I had, you can see Divine Glaive in the middle, was like blade armor. Athena's shield at the end. Well, that's not a bad item, but you want to build probably movement speed for Odette. But yeah, mage frags is because you're a mage and you want to fuck some people up. Like Odette probably has a lot of rage in her body. Like, she's an angry person and you know it. She carries a sword, man. She will threaten you with it. So yeah. To comply with YouTube's, I think I am under the 15-minute limit for videos, so I don't want to make this too long because it'll also get boring. So I thank you for watching. I hope you have a safe weekend and stay cool. See you in the next one.